It is natural for a king to be curious about his future queen. Wait, let's rewind a bit. The definition of fate is a power beyond human control that is believed to determine what happens. Inevitable, unstoppable, it's destiny. Fate is the name of episode 75 of Lore Olympus by Rachel Smythe. I'm so excited to break down and analyze this specific episode because it's one of my absolute favorites. The first time I read the ending, I gasped. My heart was beating so fast in my chest. But before we start, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see when I post my next video about Lore Olympus, hit that notification bell as well. In episode 75, Persephone is in between a rock and a hard place. She doesn't want to be in the goddesses of eternal maidenhood any longer. But if she loses her scholarship, she'll have no place to live in Olympus. And she wants to go to school. Like I said, she's stuck. But Persephone finds out that she gets paid for her internship, and we get a flashback. The truth is, interns normally don't get paid, but Hades has made an exception for Persephone. This is when we get some of my favorite dialogue from Hades in this entire series. She is a beautiful lady who needs money to do beautiful lady things. So good. We all need a Hades in our life who finds us completely beautiful and wants to give us money to do whatever it is that beautiful people do. Get yourself a partner like that. An important thing to note is that this episode shows us how badly Persephone wants to be independent. She wants to be able to survive on her own. In a world where she could do whatever she wants, Persephone would comfortably read books, get her ears pierced, and even go on a date. We all saw that blue wrist, Persephone. We saw it. It's blue. We know who you want to go on a date with. To you and me, reading books and piercing our ears might not seem crazy ambitious, but it is for Persephone. It shows the extent to which she has been sheltered. And here is the best part of the episode for me. Hades showing up to see the fates in order to retrieve a memory. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed Rachel's version of these three. Thanks to Orson Welles' Macbeth and Disney's Hercules, I always imagined the fates as horrifyingly old, shriveled up beings with stringy white hair and bony fingers, cackling over a black, bubbling cauldron. I can't be the only one who felt this way. But in Rachel's version, they handle memories on VHS tapes. They wear tracksuits and scrunchies in their hair. They like wine. Homegirl is using headphones. These timeless fates are kind of vintage now, and I love it. So we find out that they not only show memories of the past, but the future as well. And I love the comparisons we get between Hades and Zeus. Later on in Lore Olympus, we're gonna see those two kind of go head to head when Persephone is concerned, but even here, we're already seeing comparisons between the two brothers. Zeus would obviously abuse this service if he could, but Hades doesn't have that kind of reputation at all. I peeped that tape labeled Thetis Volume 25. That means there's volumes 1 through 24. Zeus and Thetis have made a lot of memories together. Let's just leave it at that. Finally, after Hades is gone, Clotho defends her decision to give him access to the memory because it is natural for a king to be curious about his future queen. Man, do I love that sentence. This is it, y'all. This is the end game. This is Queen Persephone with her crown. And are those pierced ears I see? Persephone is so freaking epic, so giant, that she takes up multiple screens. She cannot be contained, and instead of her usual white clothing, we see her in a strapless black dress. Reading this for the very first time, I immediately thought, oh, this is going to get so much good fan art. This panel is going to produce so much wonderful fan art. And now, when you Google the words Queen Persephone, look at that. One thing that gave me pause was Persephone's red eyes. We've seen them when she's upset. We've seen them when she's full of rage, full of some heightened emotion. This future moment could be something that's making her angry. Queen Persephone could be talking to Apollo, or Minth. Or who knows, maybe once you marry the king of the underworld, your eyes are just red all the time. I really don't know, but it's fun to theorize. What I do know is that this beautiful picture is a promise. It's a promise of the Lore Olympus endgame. We know where this story ends up, but we read this comic religiously because we want to see Rachel's interpretation of how we get there. We're in it for the journey, and this is a lovely reminder of the destination. Are there any other episodes of Lore Olympus you'd like me to discuss and analyze in detail? Let me know in the comments below. Also, check out the Girl Wonder podcast, which comes out weekly with in-depth analysis and discussions and interviews all about comics on WEBTOON. The link to the podcast and my Patreon, where I post these YouTube videos early, is in the description box. Thanks for watching.